Hi everyone, it's Susan. I'm here today with a little video tutorial on using layered stencils. I've got this beautiful one from Pinkfresh called Miss Your Smile. It's a set of 4 and I'll show you how to do this. So these are perfect for someone who loves the look of colored cards but doesn't like to color. This gives you that look with a different kind of style to it. I'll show you in a second. But if you don't like to color but you love the look of coloring, these are for you. I think they're a little bit higher of a price point, but you get 4 stencils to do the whole card. And you can also get a coordinating stamp set that goes along with it. This just has the outline of the image. So you can stamp this and color it in yourself, or you can combine the two for a completely different look. So here's a quick look at one card I just made. This literally took me minutes. Now, when I first looked at stencils, I thought, oh no, these are going to be hard. I don't like my card making to be hard. I want it to be simple, enjoyable, and maybe get the look of something that took me a long time. That really didn't take me a long time. Well, these, golden. Okay, so this is just use the stencils, and then I decided to stamp the image over top to get the outlined look. I love how this turned out. I just love this, like, I don't know if it's like cartoon coloring or something, because it's not blended, it's just layered on top of each other. I love how that turned out. Anyways, I'm going to show you how I did it. Now you can start with a piece that's cut true to size, but I figured I'm just going to go bigger and cut it down afterwards. Now, one of the cool things about these stencils is they come numbered. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see this, but in the corner, there you can there it says stencil 1, and then it'll go stencil 2, 3, and 4. And there's a little, I don't know, corner mark there and down here. Actually, it's in all 4 corners, I believe. It's not in this one because the cut edge is the corner. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then the cut edge. So those can line up with the actual edge of your cardstock if you want to do that. Now, another thing that's a good tip I learned is check the number of stencils that you have for each image. So I've got this one here and this one that will overlay for the flowers. Okay, and then I've got these 2 that are going to, this is 3 and 4, are going to overlay to give me the leaves. So because I just have 2 of each, 2 colors will work. If I had 3 for the flowers, 3 colors will work. So I chose for the flower this time, fresh lavender and sugar plum. And sorry if my camera shakes. Okay, I'll probably speed up this process here. I'm going to go with that. Okay, so now that I've done the first one, you pull this off. This is what you're left with. And we're going to move on to stencil number 2. Now, because I just put this straight onto my panel in the corner here, I don't have to worry about lining it all up. But if I didn't have that, you could line up with this into the ink portion right there. But that's where that corner would be. And then if you had the panel cut to size, these little marks would line up with the corner of your card. Moving on to the darker purple. Ooh, I like this color. Why have I never used it? You can tell it's really juicy still. It has not seen a lot of action in my craft room. I'm gonna have to remedy that. Now for the reveal of the flowers. Let's have a peek. Oops, there it is. And it's just the two colors. That looks incredible to me. I love it. Okay, so number 3. So these just fit over top, and you'll see here, it's at the leaves and stuff at the base of those buds. They line right up. So let's start with, just because, leaves are typically green in nature. This is a handmade card. You can make it whatever color you want. There's no rules. My only rule is if I like it, I'm doing it. Okay, I'm going to keep that fairly light. Let's see. Ooh, I like it with gray. Love it. All right, let's move on to the last stencil. Stencil number 4. We're going to put over top. This time, I'm not going to flip it over. I'm just going to leave it like that. Now, I could either put on the hippo color, extra dark, so I have a 2-tone gray there. But I think I'm going to try the brown. And I'm using a really, really tiny brush because I have some small spots. All right, and now for the reveal. There, ooh, I like it. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna cut this down, then I'm gonna put it in my Misty and stamp the image over top. Okay, so because my stamp, I've cut it down a little bit too much here. I can't tuck my paper into the corner, but my stamp goes up beyond the paper. I'm going to line my edge of my paper up at the 1/4 inch mark at the top and the bottom, and then hold it down with the magnet. Reposition this. Okay, I shifted a bit, but I think I got it. Okay. Pick it up. Ink it up with some Nocturne ink. Okay, cross your fingers, it's still lined up. I don't think I inked that portion, which is what's great about the Misty. You can go back in and do it again. Yeah, I missed it. Didn't get quite good coverage. There we go. Isn't that just adding those black lines to it? Just love this thing. Love it. Game changer in card making, I swear to God. So that's all I'm gonna stop here, because the rest of the card, I mean, you can figure that part out yourself. And I've got 2 examples here. This one, pinks and reds, and I just did a simple sentiment, embossed it in black, put it up here. And then this one, what I did is I cut it down to the panel being like just over 3.5 inches wide by 5.5. And after I inked it up with the stencils, I embossed, instead of using black ink, I embossed the stamp onto it and embossed on crusty copper. I love how that turned out. And then I just took a black Copic marker. I think it was an N8. It wasn't quite dark enough, so I went over it twice. And then this is the I miss your face, I miss your voice, I miss your smile. It's one stamp, but I cut it down into little strips. I like how that looks. There. So just because it's a slimline stamp and stencil doesn't mean you have to only make slimline cards. All right, well, I hope you'll give them a try. And thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you again another day. Bye.